and welcome to my Periscope #2 video. I figured I'd go ahead and do the introduction like this one more time for all of you who are new to Periscope to warn you that Periscope is not shot like this. Periscope is shot from a portrait angle like this. So I created this fun template to kind of go along with the Periscope so it feels a little bit more natural than having all this blank space all around it. So I hope you like this next Periscope that we did just yesterday, actually, for me, real time. But yesterday we recorded this, and this was my homeschool Christmas, which is my favorite time of the year. Usually I order everything in May, so it hits in May, but this time it's happening in July. So I had Christmas in July this year. And so Christmas for homeschooling families are when your curriculum boxes arrive, and I tell you, it is so fun. And of course, after this was shot, my other curriculum boxes did show up, so I'll probably have to do another Periscope to show you what was in those boxes as well. But homeschooling curriculum unboxed, I love it. It was a great day and a fun discussion, and I missed a few comments. Okay, so I feel like I need to clarify this. So somebody at the beginning said happy Box Day, and it got me really confused because I lived in Australia for a year, and I was there for Boxing Day, which is in the summer in Australia. So temperature-wise, I'm right, but the summer there is of course flipped. So Boxing Day in Australia is December 26th. And when she put that little comment, it was very cute and creative. It was a great thing because of course I had put in the comments that I was going to be opening boxes. So it was a very creative comment, but I got totally thrown off and I was like, is somebody from Australia on here? I don't think it's Boxing Day. Did I miss something? So anyway, I had to clarify that. And there was also a discussion. One thing with Periscope that's tough is that the comments come pretty quickly. So if I'm in the middle of trying to say something, I try to finish my thought and finish what I'm saying, but sometimes I miss the discussion questions. So a discussion question popped up, and I actually totally did not see it. I was trying to guess what people were discussing, because what's fun is when you have other people on, they'll start discussing with each other as well. So I could just sit back and let everybody have a little conversation. But they had mentioned that their daughter was thinking about homeschooling and the whole family was against it. So that would make a great Periscope. So I think this next Tuesday at 2, that will be the topic of the Periscope, is how to handle things when you get criticism about homeschooling. So answering the tough questions that come at you when you're a homeschooler. So great topic of conversation. So hopefully I will be able to connect with that person. I have their little call sign, so I will go ahead and connect with her through Twitter and let her know to come on over and join us for that one as well. And the last thing I had to mention on this video is it was Jupiter. I was right. We were discussing astronomy, and I could not for the life of me remember. I was like, I think it's Jupiter, and then Saturn and Earth. We all have moons, but it was Jupiter in the Apologia that they wanted you to remember some of the different moons, and that was just too much information for my kids at the time. So that's what that'll make more sense when you watch the video. So anyway, without further ado, here is the Periscope video. All right, hello. There I am. Hi. Hello, Creative Leah. Thank you for joining. Hi, Roslyn. How are you doing? So fun. It is Christmas time in my house. Hi, Rick. Well, hello, everyone. Can I just say I am so excited to share with you this video today. So have you guys been curious? I'm sure you figured it out. Oh, hello. Good afternoon. Happy Boxing. Oh, are you from Australia? That's awesome. I think that's Australia, right? Am I right? Hey, Firemouth. So anyway, does anybody have any guesses? I mean, I kind of gave you the hint of what a homeschool Christmas is in July. So you guys know what I'm doing? Anybody figure it out? Let's see. Anybody gonna guess yet? Well, I'll just be the spoiler. It is time to open my curriculum boxes. Yes! Assuming opening up a box of curriculum. Yes, I am so pumped. Curriculum unboxing. Yes, so this is like my favorite time of the year. And this time I didn't get my monster box from My Father's World because I'm not quite sure if I'm doing My Father's World, and I'll show you. My girlfriend gave me a ton of books for U.S. history for next year. So I will show you now. I'll go ahead and tap over. I am still figuring out how to do this thing. Okay, so my boxes just came. So this one, I get a lot of my homeschool curriculum. And, oh, Box Day. You are so cute. See, I should have guessed that. To buy Phases or do it all at once? I tend to buy in phases. Sorry, and I had you crooked there for a second. You homeschool your kids. My daughter is considering. Oh, I missed that last little question. So I sometimes buy things once I know what I'm going to be doing. So I start by creating a course of study, and I actually have a YouTube video I'm getting ready to put out on that. And then I go ahead and start doing my ordering. And right now, christianbooks.com, they actually have a huge discount on most of the curriculum that I use. So I got a bunch of stuff from them, and I'm still waiting for I think 1 or 2 more boxes from them, and then IEW as well. So here's our IEW. So we've dealt with that. It's in a place where we don't care what others think. I love it. Yes, so homeschooling's great. There's definitely character qualities and discipline issues that come up. One of the questions I get all of the time about homeschooling is that people are always like, well, are you crazy? Is one of the first questions I get. Oh, you absolutely have to keep it real. But other than are you crazy? People are always like, well, what do you do? My kids would drive me crazy. So I missed the question, but I think you were asking a little bit about that, is kind of how do you deal with discipline issues? And homeschooling forces you to get on top of it. That's all I can really say on that. So you really have to get on top of discipline. We have days where schooling doesn't happen because we are focusing on character and we're focusing on getting through to their hearts, really, because learning isn't going to happen unless you're really kind of getting to their hearts. And some days we just, grin and bear it and just go for it and get through the stuff we need to get done. So here, I will unpack my next box. Oh, I'm still learning this thing, Tap. There we go. Okay, so we're doing medieval history writing next year with IEW. If you've watched my YouTube video about the curriculum we used last year, I highly recommend this IEW writer. All of her stuff is so fun. She has boys, so it's geared for boys. Girls love it too. I get frustrated when friends say they're happy for school year so they can. I know. I totally agree, Rosalind. That breaks my heart too. Of course, I'm happy for summer because it gives us a break from schooling. So I don't know. Is that kind of similar? All right. So I bought a ton of little workbooks for my preschooler. My daughter is going to be 4 in a few days. And so I bought her some fun new books. And then next, my favorite penmanship book is A Reason for Handwriting. Now, this is going to be for my 6th grader. And this is the last book that they have. This is their cursive book. And my oldest son is going to do something different for just making sure we're on top of, okay, mine too. When's her birthday? Oh, fun. Well, happy birthday. So, to your daughter. My daughter, so we have a triple birthday. So I've been in the hospital 2 times on my birthday. Once I was in labor and had my daughter the day after my birthday, and the other time I had my daughter the day before my birthday and then brought her home on my birthday. So we are July 15th, 16th, and 17th. So we have a triple birthday. And of course, I'm speaking at CHEA during that time. So I'll be home for the 15th. I'm going to be doing a bloggers panel on the 16th, and then on the 17th, my 4-year-old's birthday, I'm not going to be home at all, and she's going to be here with my in-laws. So I'm going to have a bunch of presents for her to open, and we are going to do a big party for her when I get back. So I have a little bit of mommy guilt on that. But it's a great birthday present for me to get to speak at this Homeschool Convention. So I'm really excited about that. Okay. All right, see. Oh, and if you've seen any of my stuff, this is the little chair. These are the feeder, the feeder chair. Gifts are you getting her? Oh goodness, I haven't even thought through what I'm going to get her yet. I just feel like we have so much stuff. So she gets excited about anything. Oh, thank you, Daily Dwellings. I love it. I know I'm getting older. They're happy to get older. I'm not quite as happy. But this is one of my little tips for homeschooling with little people is that this is just one of those little portable high chairs. And there's a tray somewhere in the homeschool in this room. But my almost 2-year-old loves sitting there. I give her snacks. I'll put a few little trinkety toys on there for her. And it keeps her busy while we do our homeschooling. Okay, so Apologia book number 1. I am going to be teaching a co-op class on this. And so I'm going to have my younger, my 7-year-old who's going to be doing 1st grade, doing the junior notebook, and then I have my 6th grader doing this notebook. And the textbooks haven't come yet. And then we also are doing the physical science from Apologia as well. And I am trying something new for our Bible curriculum. Apologia has a whole series. There's 4 different books, and it's called Who Am I? I think this is book 2, actually. Yes, I love Apologia Science. My only thing, I'm a big fan of Apologia Science. I'll put that out there. But my one thing is that Apologia Science, I feel like, is a little bit heavy. It's pretty meaty. It talks about a lot of stuff. I mean, one of the review questions, I remember when we were doing the astronomy book when my kids were in 1st and 2nd grade, and it's geared for, you can teach it to any age, but in 1st and 2nd grade I was asking them to memorize like some of the moons of the planets, and I was like, okay, we're skipping that part. Just know it has moons. But don't ask me the planet because I've totally forgotten. So you get like a thumbs up from me if you can name the planet. Well, there's several planets that have moons. I think it was Jupiter. But anyway, so next, yes, we did astronomy in 1st too. It's super fun. We're going to do it next year for my 2nd grader as my 6th grader moves into general science Apologia. And so that should be a lot of fun. But I'll probably teach that class as well. I love science. I was a science major, so that's a little known fact about me. I'm a sports medicine major. So I taught I can't even speak today. I taught an anatomy class at one of the co-ops and had a blast. It was so fun. Oh, I'm turning the camera around again. Okay, sorry. All right, so Sonlight. I've never used Sonlight, but what's funny is Sonlight is one of those curriculums that I recommend to a ton of families because they have checklists for the things. I'm not familiar with this at all, so watch, I'm going to flip to the wrong stuff. So they have all kinds of things organized. Oh, here's the checklist. So you have everything that you literally just go through. So we've done my Father's World now since 2nd and 3rd grade for my boys, and we're in year 4. But I kind of wanted to mix things up a little bit. I may go ahead and get the My Father's World curriculum, like the teacher's manual. But look at this box of books that my friend dropped off. And look, she even gave me little notes about which books they like best, great read louds. And she even made a little note of the books that her son did not like. Is that hysterical? Such great books in those cores. Yes, I know. Well, we did... I'm trying to switch this phone around. Tap, tap. There we go. Tap fast. Okay, there we go. Thank you for putting up with me. I'm totally new to Periscope, so I'm learning the whole camera thing. But one of the things that we did with My Father's World, they have a program for 2nd graders, 3rd graders that's called Adventures in My Father's World, and it takes you through all 50 states and a real basic overview of U.S. history. So my older boys have done a very, very basic U.S. history lesson, and so we've done a couple of Sonlight books, but Sonlight, I noticed, has a ton of amazing books for U.S. history. So I'm going to take a look, and I'll probably do a combination somehow of the two. I'll show you some more, but yes, I've got all these awesome books. And then look at this. Are you ready? Okay, this is all from one friend. Can you believe it? She has Drive-Through History, which I love their stuff. I have a bunch of, you can actually record them. They are on TBN, Trinity Broadcast Network, and they have the Holy Land series as well as this series, the American History series for Drive-Through History. Liberty Kids, I've heard, is awesome, and that'll be fun for my younger kiddos as we're doing U.S. history. And then, a little bit more meaty, I don't get so overwhelmed by curriculum choices. Oh, Roslyn, you know what? Choosing curriculum is, honestly, it is one of the #1 researched or Googled things, and it's because everybody's overwhelmed by it. So no, you're not alone. My kids love Liberty Kids. Oh, good! I can't wait to start watching them. So this is by American Heritage. David Barton is one of the founders of this, and goes through the amazing Christian history that we miss out on so often. That's one of the things that attracted me to homeschooling, is we had David Barton come to our church, and he started telling us all these things about U.S. history, and my husband and I looked at each other like, we never heard this, because they cut all Christianity out of it. I'm going to look that up. Yes, so definitely look up the American Heritage. And I think that's on Trinity Broadcast Network too. You can try searching it on your thing. Okay, when I homeschooled, only a few choices for curriculum. Yes, so homeschooling is totally different now. If you have never been to an exhibit hall at a major convention, you could literally get a little bit of vertigo. I mean, like the whole room started spinning for me at my first convention because it's overwhelming. There are so many choices. It's just completely crazy. In fact, at one point when I first started, I was like, oh, I should just make my own curriculum and try selling it. And yeah, that would not have happened. Maybe someday when all my kids are out, I will develop a curriculum. But for now, I'm going to be blessed by everyone else who has. Okay, so looking at this. Okay, now look, so my girlfriend gave me, I have to switch the. Thank you for putting up with me in my whole camera-ing process of this. So she gave me some recommended songs and state capital tips. She also threw in books, and look, see, she gave me little sticky notes. So this isn't part of Sonlight. Yeah, let's give Allison hearts. Allison is my friend who gave all this to me. But look at how deep this goes. And The Heavens Declare, another drive-through history. It's just amazing. Yes, hearts for Allison. She is awesome. Look at these. I mean, and then she threw in a bunch of really cool Bible curriculum as well. So you can use any book for Bible curriculum. Rosalind, you asked me about that at one point, and this is obviously not for your little ones yet, but in like the next year or so, you can probably go ahead and start some of these. We have, I think, one of these books that we started reading. It's really fun and really basic. And yes, Allison is just an amazing, sweet, sweet friend. The catalog there, my plug for Sonlight. I should hashtag Sonlight as I do this. Thank you. Well, you've been, I think, on all of my Periscopes, Rosalind. So thank you. You're like an awesome supporter. So I'm like, hearts for Rosalind. But yes, now I will say we read this book. I read this book to my boys when they were in 2nd and 3rd grade. This book is awesome. It is just amazing. If you want to take a look at a man of character, read this book. Oh, you did one on menu planning? How fun. I'll have to check that out. So, yes, so as Daily Dwellings is saying as well, Carry On Mr. Bowditch is amazing. It is probably one of my biggest must-reads in any homeschool. So we got poetry books, Abe Lincoln. Oops, oh no, we already have one. Oh, and she knew we were going to be doing Swimming Creatures with Apologia. I'll put that over there. So look at this. So I am like giddy. Is this silly that I'm totally giddy over all this curriculum and all these books? I love books. So look at this. Okay. I don't know. Starting Strong. Oh, fun. That'll be fun for my little man. But, oh my goodness. Okay, so I probably can't get through all. Another great series to talk about here. Oh, I can totally geek out. Thank you. I am a geek when it comes to homeschooling and books. Okay, so highly recommend this series incorporated into Core D and E. So The Light and Glory. My sister-in-law first told me about this. Yes, yay, Box Day. Love it. It's a good one for them to start Bible study themselves. Oh, cool. Are you talking about these Light and Glory books for the Bible study, Daily Dwellings? Because I haven't started reading these yet, but this goes along with U.S. history and shows you like amazing character behind our U.S. history. So there's The Light and Glory, From Sea to Shining Sea. Oh, Starting Strong. Oh, that book. This one right here. Awesome. So yeah, then I will definitely use that with my little 7-year-old. Let's see, what's the other one? Sounding Forth the Trumpet. Very cool. And The Turkey Walk. That's a must for your faith. No, I'm totally kidding. I haven't heard of it, but that'll be fun. We'll have to do that in November. But look at this. This box is deep. And okay, so this is a great homeschool organization tip that my girlfriend did, and I highly recommend, especially with curriculums like Sonlight that have a lot of different books with them. But do you see how they all have a label? She even has a label, and she even marked it. Can you see the marker? This lighting is not great, but she even marked it there. where did you get your great box? So this box is from my friend Allison, and she gave me a ton of her stuff. I already opened up my Christian Book Distributors curriculum, and also my IEW box over there. And I have, I think, 2 more. I'm missing a bunch of stuff from Christian Book Distributors, so I'm hoping it'll come. I was hoping it'd be here today, but it's not here yet. But yes, so this, and this series is really cute too for younger kids. See, I've already done some of these with my kids when they were little, but that's what's fun about going back around with your homeschooling, your history, because you can do like 3 cycles of history. And yes, aren't they so cute? They're really neat. And it kind of gives life, perspective. Like, what if you lived during these different times? We did medieval times last, and it was really cute. And I don't know if they have, I don't think she has the one in here, but, oh, you missed IEW. Here, I'll walk you over to the IEW again. But there is a totally gross series that is, I believe it's called, oh, I should look and see if we don't, I already returned them at the library, but there's a gross series that is called, oh, I love Amazon too. Amazon's got great prices, but definitely double check with CBD right now, Christian Book Distributors, because right now they're beating Amazon prices. So you're going to have to do a YouTube video. Yes, no, I'm totally doing a YouTube video on this, and I'm going to walk through everything. In fact, I might break it down into segments, like by subject, because I have, here, I'll tell you. I have a lot of books. So this is my schoolroom. And these boxes down here hold all, there's 5 of them, but they hold all of my different subject books. So I've got language arts and science and math and readers and preschool. And then over here I have my year 1 through 5 cycle for my father's worlds. Oh, IKEA. Awesome books. But, oh, I was going to tell you, so this book, the history books that are so fun, yes, IKEA. The history books that are so fun, I think they're called What If You Lived in the Time of Cleopatra or something like, or the colonial, times. But they are hysterical. They're Cleopatra ones. They go through and they actually talk through, like, what if you were Cleopatra? And, I mean, it's so funny. And my boys love them because they're super gross and they talk through all kinds of, like, the gross sides of things in history, and they remember. So if you want your kids to remember something, give them gross books, and it's the illustrations in them are hysterical. My daughters don't appreciate them so much, so those are some of the books that we don't do. I use this book. Oh yeah, I found these bookcases when I went into a friend's house, and she had these bookcases. Those of you just joining us, I'm unpacking my curriculum. So I got 3 boxes so far. So IEW this year, we're doing the medieval history. And again, it's by, this is my favorite author, Lori. I'm going to say Lori V because I'm going to butcher her last name. But we love all things IEW. And we have our Apologia and some of our penmanship. But yes, what was the website again? Oh, for how is shipping? So if you order, I think it's maybe $50. If you order, you get free shipping. You can find a code on like Retail Me Not or something. But here, there it is. See, how's my plug? Do not get any payment for this. There's my plug for ChristianBooks.com. But But yes, so that's most of our curriculum. We're also, I'm trying to look and see around here. We're also going to be doing some other IEW. We're going to do Fix-It Grammar with IEW this year for my 7th grader. We're going to do Matthew C still. We love Matthew C. We're actually currently in our Matthew C books. Do I have them anywhere? Oh, they're somewhere. Oh, here, I've got one. Alrighty, walking over. So, I'll do it the easy way this time. Matthew C. My son's doing algebra. Oh, it's all backwards. But yes, so Matthew C. We actually are doing alpha through algebra right now. So we've got alpha. I think my other son's in epsilon. Yep. And and then Algebra 1. So what I love with Matthew C is there's a DVD where Mr. Dimmy goes and shows them the lesson. And so it frees me up. So it's part of how I got them to do some independent work. I felt like doing math with Matthew C really helped them to learn to be independent learners. And so when they have questions and they don't understand stuff, then I jump in. And there's definitely times when I don't understand what they're learning either. I did not remember how to multiply and divide fractions. I mean, I can do basic fractions, but holy smokes, what they go through in these books is amazing. So, yeah, so some of those I don't always understand, and so we pull out the teacher book, and I'll watch the video with them and see if I can figure it out. But luckily we have my brother-in-law's an engineer. We have other very math-skilled people like my husband. So, and he laughs every once in a while too, because he will be like, I can't explain how I do it, but this is the answer. I'm like, okay. So we learn all kinds of different ways. But does anybody have any questions about curriculum while I'm sitting here in my homeschool room? Questions. I'm loving the hearts. You guys are just so sweet. This is fun. And just as an FYI, I didn't introduce myself at all. Oh, Explode the Code. I love Explode the Code. But let me introduce myself. I totally skipped that part. I gave my little thumbnail at the beginning. But I'm Christy Clover. I blog at raisingclovers.com. I'm a homeschool I've been homeschooling for almost 8 years now, and I'm a homeschool speaker. I do YouTube videos. I plan on doing more, but I have 5 kids, and so I don't always get to things. So it just happens. Life happens. So I'm kind of a hobby blogger, I guess you could say, because I do it for fun, and I do it to encourage other moms and to help people out, because homeschooling can totally feel overwhelming. And so I feel like I've done so much research. Have you seen any Spelling You See? I have not used Spelling You See. Let's see. Just heard of it. Yes, the Spelling You See is new from Matthew C. And I totally lost whatever I was saying earlier. So that's all good. Hobby blogger. That's all I remember. So I'll be checking out your blog. Thank you. I would love to have you come over. Let's see. Oh, Hooked. No, Explode the Code. Let's see. Should I show you some of the messiness of my schoolroom? Okay, so this is a little messy. But in this pile somewhere is an Explode the Code book. Yeah, we're not going to find it. But that's my kindergartner's spot. But yes, so Explode the Code's great. I like the Prepare for the Code. There's 3 books that come before the Explode the Code book, and I think they're exceptional. Explode the Code, I've never gotten the teacher's book, and maybe that would make it better. But I feel like they kind of skip too many things. I feel like there should be some really great curriculum out there for sight words, because sight words are really what I feel like get missed. And actually, one of the curriculum that we use, I'll try to find it. Well, I'll show you. You'll like this. Ready? Okay, this is my pal from IEW. I tried Teach Your Child to Read 100 Easy Lessons. You know what? I tried that too, Rosalind, and I did not get past a few pages in that one. I think Heidi was on at one point on here, and she has been using it. And I've heard other people really love it, but mine is in pristine condition. If anybody wants to buy it, I will send it to you. But this is, oh boy, the baby is calling me. Oh, well, thank you for joining, Fraggle Mama. Totally get that. My kids, believe it or not, are at my in-laws right now. So the house is quiet. But I wanted to show you this. This is PAL, the Primary Arts of Language by IEW. It's for kindergarten through 2nd grade. And you put together all these really cute things, and they have this adorable phonetic farm. And they go through and they show you here, there's a little sample you can see here. They show you all the different letter sounds. So he was doing this at kindergarten, like learning how to put some of the different things. We used My Parents' Guide to Teaching Reading and All About Reading. Yes, I've heard great things about All About Reading. We do All About Spelling. I just started that with my, then kindergartner, now 1st grader. I've heard great things about All About Reading. So this is what we were using. It's pretty fun. They have a little farm setting. They get to put stickers on. And then you make these really cool things. And then this is something that is super fun. This is his favorite thing. This is mugs. So you can do this with pretty much anything. You can make your own, but they when they sell the curriculum, they have these printables. You just print them up, and then we colored them all, and then I just use like an adhesive to stick them in there. And it comes with you create these little bones with different sight words, and they have, well, the first ones start with the letter sounds. It was awesome for us. Oh, that's great to know, Walker Fab 5. I have never heard of phonics. I'll have to check that out. I'm always on the lookout for new curriculum. But this is fun because as they say each thing, you feed mugs, and so it's really cute. But they have all kinds of fun things in here. They have, let me see, color palette. I thought this was adorable. Follow up to 100 easy. Okay. Oh, it is. Okay, so that's the one. Is that what you do after 100 easy lessons? The phonics. Hi, Wendy. And then this is, again, the PAL program for IEW for kindergarten through second. And so they have to read the word and put them down. Now, what's funny is that my son pretty much memorized, if the B, it's either blue or brown or black. And so those are the ones that got him. But they do start memorizing everything. Oh, it's better than 100 easy lessons. Oh, cool. Okay, so yes, that is some of the stuff that we use. And I could probably spend hours walking you through here. I love taking people through my homeschool room, so I'll have to do it more, just show you all the different things. Right now, we're still, okay, so I did a blog series, but they're follow-up. Oh, okay, gotcha. What was the one called? Phonics was what she just talked about two same authors. Okay. Oh, don't even worry about your memory. I've got a horrible memory. Yeah, that's the only thing about this is that when I'm trying to finish a story and I'm trying to read a question and remember what the question was. Oh, the one I just showed with this one with the color palette and everything and the phonetic farm, that is IEW, and it's called Primary Arts of Language. They call it PAL, and it's good for kindergarten through second grade. So we went charging through it first, and I was super excited thinking, I'm about to scope on homeschool too. Oh, awesome, Teaching with Amy. When you are finished, of course. Oh, you're so cute. Well, we'll have to come over and see your Periscope next. That'll be awesome. So yes, the primary arts, we plugged along, and what's great is as soon as your kid gets stuck, you slow down. That is the beauty of homeschooling, is that you can go as fast as you want. If my kids understand something, then we charge ahead. If they are stuck or I'm finding they have a lot of errors, then we slow down. I took a whole month to review just times tables with one of my boys, and it was amazing to see the difference. I scoped on homeschooling earlier today. Oh, yes, Wendy was so helpful on my last Periscope. So awesome. We'll have to go check both of theirs out. But yes, so, homeschooling is great from being able to slow down and speed up and do all the different things. But there is so much curriculum out there. And honestly, I have tried a whole lot of it to try to find a good mix and everything. So I hope that helps. But thank you for joining me today. I don't know what time it is yet. It's been about a half an hour. So if anybody has any last minute curriculum questions, yay for homeschoolers on Periscope. I know, we need to connect. We are not alone out there. Homeschooling feels lonely sometimes. You're all cooped up in your house. And even if you go out, it's, that's the thing is people talk about, oh, if you can go out and homeschool everywhere. But in some states, you've got to be kind of careful about the whole curfew thing. And just being, I don't know, I'm more bold now. I'm like, we homeschool, we did our work today, so we're out and about, we're at a park. But yeah, some states you have to be a little bit more careful with that. Yes, it does. Great to connect. Yes. So, you feel like a hermit when you homeschool often. So that's why it's great to meet other homeschoolers, to find support groups in your area. And just as much as you can, connect. It's great for your kids. It's great for you. I will say, because everybody has heard this. If you've ever said that you do homeschool, you're thinking about homeschooling, you have heard the socialization question. And I laugh because I feel like it's a fight to not over socialize my kids, because there are so many opportunities to do so many different things, field trips, you name it. So yes, you have to be really careful not to over socialize your kids when you homeschool. Sounds funny, huh? Homeschooling of old, everybody's like, oh, those awkward homeschoolers, but so homeschoolers aren't so awkward anymore. They pretty much blend in, all walks of life. So it's pretty awesome. But thank you guys so much for joining me. I saw lots of hearts. You guys are amazing. We were so involved. Oh, yes, being involved at church. Yeah, I mean, youth group. I mean, there's all kinds of different things that you can do to get plugged in. So don't ever be alone with homeschooling. I mean, there's times when I feel like I kind of need to slow things down. We took a season where we stopped doing our co-op just so we could slow down because we weren't always getting to our schoolwork and we were getting behind. But then we just sped up and we got through it. So anyway, well, thank you so much for joining me. Again, I'm Christy Clover from Raising Clovers. I'm going to flash the whiteboard again, and it'll show you all the different ways you can follow me. And I would love to have you subscribe to my blog. So again, the blog is raisingclovers.com. My tagline is a simple solutions for a more joy-filled life. And look here, you can follow me on all these different little things. But thank you guys so much for joining me. Have a really awesome day. And I can't wait to hear about what you guys opened in your boxes. Take care. Well, thanks again for joining me. I hope you loved the discussion, and I hope you will join me again. Tuesday, 2 o'clock. Again, this next video that we'll be doing will be a discussion on how to handle those tough questions that come at you as a homeschooler and answering just tough questions in general. If you have tough questions, I guess come over, be nice, no trolls, but come on over and you can ask me questions and how I'll try to give you some examples of how I handle the tough questions. Sometimes I don't have all the answers, and that's okay. We don't have to have all the answers all the time. But please, please be sure to follow me here on YouTube. See the little red button down below? Just click it. And also follow me at Periscope. You can follow my blog as well if you want to click on my website. I've connected you right there. I would love to have you follow along and to connect more. I am all about trying to bring simple solutions for a more joy-filled life. And so all of us as moms, we need that, right? Homeschooling or not, we all need more simple solutions. So I hope you have a very blessed day, and I hope to see you on Periscope and here on YouTube. Take care.